very warm welcome to another edition of Talking Germany, the show where we do just that. And our guest on the show today is a thoroughly modern mixture of many different thoroughly modern things. An actress, a beauty queen, a writer, a multilinguist. I think we should also call her a genuine social commentator and a bit of a figurehead for a whole new emerging generation here in Germany. So, here she is, Asli Bayram.
Hello.
Asli, thank you very much for joining us on Talking Germany today. The most remarkable thing I think about you when I was reading about you before the show, preparing the show, is at the young old age of 28, you have already written an autobiography. Is that what it is? Is it an autobiography or is it more than that?
For me, it's more than that. I didn't want to write a typical autobiography. I combine it with my thinking today, my ideals, to be tolerant about humanity and the world, my thoughts.
Who are your readers? Who's been reading it and what kind of feedback have you been getting?
Actually, I wrote it for everybody. I didn't thought of just one age. But I get a feedback from every kind of age, like older than 60, young people. Also, when I had readings, I saw a mixed age group.
And what have people of your age been saying? That would interest me a lot.
What touched me a lot, I was reading in Wales, and then there came a Turkish man in the age of 60, and he said he's very proud of me, and he almost cried and thanked me. And it made me also very happy and touched me. It's very nice when people come and say thank you, and you feel that you gave them something.
Asli, we heard it there, your autobiography, this German word, the wonderful German word, Grenzgänger, somebody who crosses back and forth across borders. Just tell me what that means to you. What are you saying with that there?
For me, it means that I don't make myself borders in everything which is peaceful, and I don't stand on my own feet, that I believe in my goals and believe in good things. But not just in this living between worlds. I mean, not just this Turkish or German world. In this world, I'm traveling. I'm with my work also. That is what I mean with this.
Okay, let's be very concrete. I think one of the most interesting things you've done was this stage performance of the Diary of Anne Frank. That's a very difficult identity to play, perhaps. How difficult or easy was it for you to get into that?
It was definitely a challenge for me because it was the original text of Anne Frank and not a fiction, and it's a real person, and it's a very interesting, important theme. So that was the challenge for me to really understand her and make it as authentic as possible.
The actual diary itself, how old were you when you first read that? Had you read that before getting involved in the production?
I read it when I was 11, 12, and I was already impressed of her. And when I heard about the offer going to the casting, I was really happy. And
Can I ask you to go back? When you were 11 years old, you're growing up in Germany, and you read this diary about the persecution, the murderous persecution conducted by the Germans. These are the people around you.
Yeah.
You yourself are living and growing up in Germany. What did you think about that?
It was for me very interesting to read this book, to find so many things I could have understand what she wrote, and I was very impressed of her, about her strength, about her thoughts in this young age.
You grew up in Germany, but you don't live in Germany anymore. Is that, in a professional sense, is that because you're not getting the roles you want in Germany? Is that perhaps a reason?
I'm there where the most interesting work for me, and I realized outside it's more interesting for me, more interesting roles and projects.
Does that mean that a young Turkish, somebody of your background is not being offered roles in Germany? Is that not
mostly
happening?
This really what you say, uninteresting roles for me as a person. I like projects where I have a message behind it, where I can say something as an actress, do my part of it. Projects who make sense for me, and roles like Anne Frank or things I will do in Bosnia. About what happened after the war. I like these things.
Do you see yourself? I mean, we heard the word in the report earlier. When you in 2005, when you suddenly, you were completely, your life was changed. You became a beauty queen, and you said, "I'm happy that this happened in Germany, or happier than if it had happened in Turkey."
Yes, of course.
Are you a role model, and are you somebody who is potentially a leader in Germany?
I always make questions for myself, as I always did, and also did why never a Turkish origin girl is competing this beauty pageant. I was so curious, and I took part and I won, and that was very important for me, that a little change happening, and I like these things, to break this things, you know what I mean?
I know, to break the mold,
to break this, all this...
the patterns and the prejudices.
Yeah, to have a wilder, to be human, that it's not important where we're from. We live in Germany, and we should live together,
I've got the message. What we're talking about is the issue of integration, how well integrated Muslims are or are not here in Germany. It's a hot topic. The consensus seems to be that it took too long for the process of immigration to really get going, and that there's plenty of catching up to do. And it's not just up to the state to bring people together. We have an example now of an encouraging and rather unusual partnership at the very local level. Turkish people in Germany, how integrated are they? What are we getting right and what are we getting wrong?
I think we see mostly the bad examples.
In the media?
In the media, yes, but there are so many like me. I mean, I don't know. I'm perfectly integrated when you say this word, which I can't hear anymore. But since even then I have these problems. But we are not seen, so many friends of mine. We see just these areas, and then we see the problems. So I think we should wake up and do more, everybody, and be interested and engaged.
I've got a quote. I'd like to quote you something that you wrote. Yeah, Germany is the country where I was born and grew up. Germany is the country where I spent my happiest times with the people I love, with my family. Yeah. The next sentence starts with a but.
Yes, but it's also...
What's the but?
But is also the things where I lived the most horrible things in my life.
Can you talk
about it? In Germany. Not really. I know my father was murdered in Germany.
I mean, we don't have to talk about it.
No, I just can say that he was without any guilt, but the murder came out free very early. And this is human rights. It's really wrong from the system also.
I appreciate all that, and it's incredibly moving to listen to you talking about it. What I would like to ask you is, in the time after your father was killed, your family made the decision to stay in Germany.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Was it an of course, or
yes,
did it?
We lived here. We grew up here.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's a thing I can't talk like a little bit about it, like a telegraphic message. It's too complex to talk about it. It's. I wish that more. I'm really for Gleichberechtigung.
Equality.
Equality, and also in the system, in the law, that people, wherever they come from, get the same. Judgment, everybody.
This was quite a long time ago. Do you think Germany has changed in the last 15 years?
No, I'm positive looking forward, and it changes, but still things happening, like in Dresden, where this Marwa was killed in the court, and so many racist things happen still. But we have to work all together against it.
Some of the work you are doing is at a school in the city of Wiesbaden, down in Germany's southwest. I think we've got some images that we can have a look at of you down at the school, and if we could get them to... there you go.
Yes, that's
just tell us what's going on there.
That's the Riesschule. It became 100 years old in Wiesbaden, and they're very engaged. This year I'm the Schulpatin. I will visit and just visit already the children there, talk about tolerance, and about respect to each other, about their aims, and to have, to look forward, being positive, and about education, these things. I talk with the young people.
Are these kids at this school, you're a patron now at this school, as you just said,
yes.
Are these kids getting a fair deal in Germany?
I think this school is really good, very engaged. I wish I could have had this in my school. I hope they get the fair deal in Germany.
OK. Let's move on to a different subject. You are a former beauty queen, yeah? A very quick answer, please. How important are looks?
It's being clean and take care of yourself. If you love yourself, that's important for me.
You were saying, before we went into that piece, that it's very important, or looks are not so very important, but it's good to be sort of neat and tidy and look after yourself and what have you.
Taking care of yourself as a
There's a bit of a contradiction here, though, because you were a beauty queen and you are a role model. So lots of the Turkish girls here in Germany are going to go out and think, I want to look like Asli.
No, they should look like they are and be thankful how they look and are healthy. But I think real beauty comes from the heart and not from how we look. And I think we should be happy for every age we live, every day we live. There are so many children dying every day. Okay. And so I have this thinking.
It's an issue, though. I mean, I have a 14-year-old daughter out here on the streets of Berlin, and I know the pressure that she is put under these days. There's a lot of pressure there.
It is, but I think it's important to give the children the feeling of love and saying that they are perfect like they look. Everybody looks different and everybody's beautiful, can be beautiful, but it comes from inside. And being young comes also from inside. What helps you look so perfect as a model, but your inside is not so beautiful. It's also happening a lot.
We've talked about integration here in Germany and about you being German-Turkish and what all that means and what your perspectives are on things. Yeah. When you travel around the world, as you do an awful lot, when you meet people, and people say to you, where are you from? Who are you? What do you say there, outside Germany?
I say I'm from this world, and then I say my parents are Turkish. I was born in Germany, and when they want to know more, they know me more.
OK. So. And when you are out and about travelling in the world, when you look across to Germany, what is the thing you miss most about Germany, you find most positive about Germany?
The most positive, I like this clarity and the being not late. Yeah, and you know already what's going on and no, it's no, yes, it's yes, mostly.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
The people are dependable, people are reliable.
Yeah, it's mostly in Europe like this. In Germany, that's what I like.
Oh, that's so boring, all this solid, stable, steady stuff. OK, this is probably the right moment to invite you to read the blog I'm going to be writing on Asli. You'll find it alongside my thoughts on many of the other guests we've had here on Talking Germany on the Talking Germany website.
If you're into Talking Germany, you can find out more on the internet. Your host, Peter Craven, is keeping a blog on the many shows and guests in the series. Find out more about what happens behind the scenes, gossip, experiences, how the whole show is put together. Just visit blog.dw-world.de/talkinggermany, and you can tell us what you think about the programme there too.
Asli, we traditionally wind up the show by having a sort of a relatively quick-fire quiz session at the end. Quick questions, quickish answers. What do you prefer, film or theatre?
I cannot. I love both. It's it's like food and drink. It's both important.
Okay. You need both for your for your well-being. When you're a traveller, and I know you like hotels. So what do you prefer, home or hotels?
Home.
Home.
But I can also feel home in a hotel.
Vienna, London or Istanbul?
Oh, all are
3 interesting cities that I know you've dipped into.
I love all. It's really... I need all from time to time.
Health farm or beauty farm?
Health.
A nice healthy apple or a really good rich bar of chocolate, you chocolate lover?
Chocolate.
Me too. Is Germany your home or your past?
It's also my home, but the world is my home.
That's all we've got time for on that note from Asli Bayram. It's been very interesting talking to her. She's been a delightful, dazzling and a little bit daring guest. I hope you've enjoyed her company as much as I have. And if you have, come back next week. Tschüss.